I'm the online guitar guy, and on this video I'm going to show you how to play Paranoid by Black Sabbath. But before we get started, let's tune up first. 6th string, E. 5th string, A. 4th string, D. 3rd string, G. 2nd string, B. 1st string, E. Okay, now in the intro of this song, what you're going to do is you're going to play an E power chord with your first finger on the 7th fret of the A string, your 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the D string, and your 4th finger on the 9th fret of the G string. You're going to play that 3 times. Now, if you listen to the original recording of the song, you'll hear it has a little bit of a slide to it when you're playing the chord the 3 times, but all you do is just start from the 6th fret and just slide up to the 7th fret if you want it to sound like the recording. Alright, now following that, you're going to do this little riff here on the 7th fret of the D string and the G string. What you're going to do is you go from the 7th fret on the D string to the 9th fret on the D string, and you do the same thing on the G string, 7th to 9th. Okay, so if you get a good look at what my fingers are doing here, you see I start out on playing a power chord on the 6th fret. I'm going to slide up to the 7th fret. Now, if it's easier for you, you could just play it right there on the 7th fret and just play it like that. Now, once you finish the intro, the next thing you're going to do is in the verse of the song, you're going to just put your first finger on the A string on the 7th fret and play an open E string along with the A string on the 7th fret. And that'll just sound like this. You're going to play that for 2 measures. And then from that chord, or note, whatever you call it, we'll be going to a D chord, a D power chord, with your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string and your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Now, once you play the D chord for one measure, you're going to go down to a set of strings, putting your first finger on the 5th fret of the D string and your 4th finger on the 7th fret of the G string. This makes it a little bit easier to go back to the D chord, if whichever way you prefer it. But I find this way easier to play it. But anyway, you're going to play a G chord, back to a D chord, and you're going to play an E chord again. So here's how the whole thing is going to sound. Okay, now after you've played those few chords, you're going to play those chords twice. You're going to play an E chord, you're going to go to a C power chord starting on the 3rd fret, your first finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and your 4th finger on the 5th fret of the G string. And then you have the exact same fingerings up 2 frets on as a D chord. So I'll show you how it's going to sound starting from the last time you play those other few chords. Now after that, you're going to play that open E and A on the 7th fret again for another 2 measures. And then you're going to play those 3 chords again. And then you're going to play the A on the 7th fret and the open E for 4 measures. And then you go back into the original chords which I showed you before. Okay, now after you play the verse chords 2 more times, you're going to go into another set of chords, just like the one that I showed you with the E, the C, and the D. But this time you're only going to play an E chord and a D chord. You go back and forth between those 2 chords twice. So that's going to sound like this. And then following those chords, you're going to go right back into the verse again. Okay, so that's basically the whole song. Like as I said, in the song they continue playing the few chords from the verse like for a while in the song, and then they go back to playing the E, the C, and the D. So like I said, they're playing this for most of the song. Now, at some point in the song, they're going to play those three chords again, the E, the C, and the D. And then after you play that twice, you're going to go right back into what I just showed you again. And that's how the song ends. So that's basically everything you need to know to play Paranoid by Black Sabbath. So good luck playing it. It's a cool song to play.